Hello viewers and welcome back once more to Ancient Space. I'm your host, Pipichuchu, like before, and well, unfortunately I had to take a bit of a break due to the semester and all, but we're back, and as you can probably tell, the technical difficulties we had last time are resolved, so we are moving forwards to Mission 4. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. It looks like the game didn't really save my choices for, say, what we did to customize our fleet and all, so I'll just quickly do those once more. The general idea for this is that I found a pretty good plan in my time away here. It mostly just focuses on using rovers and corsairs because they seem to make a really versatile mix, just going up against what we're going up against. So we'll lock in those two options there. It looks like we still have some options for the carrier and all. And well, I've checked out this other form of the Ulysses 2, the offensive one here, and I've got to say it seems to me that it works like actually better than say the other version, the defensive version, if you will, mostly just given its strengths in the fact that it can put up a force field is one thing that'll shield your guys like the officer ability. It can stun an entire group of ships, another great thing, and it can also board one instantaneously. So I thought it was much better than the other one. So with that said, what I wanted to do here was that I wanted to first and foremost equip the new Ulysses with a few of these modules and all that, and afterwards I think we'll just take this into the battle and see how it fares here. So let's do something like this. Let's get you can equip 5 of these modules to it. Let's equip something for energy cap, for armor, for carrier cooldown ability, for officer cooldown ability, and damage towards buildings, because buildings seems to be the most critical thing. So we'll do that. Checking out our abilities once again, we have the black radio chick person, which can somehow lower the enemy armor. We have guy who puts up force fields, he's quite useful, and we have this person right here, which I'm going to remove, and I'm going to put Colonel Edwards over here, the person with the boost damage ones, because it's much better. I don't think we've done this just yet, but giving you guys a quick scan of the different abilities present inside the game. I'm just gonna hover over these and let the tooltip do its thing, and you can pause them to read them if you like. And I think that's pretty much it. So we'll begin, and yeah, just get the show on the road, I guess.
T-cell level stands at 98%. Our replicant crew count is still down from the Bailiffin incident that claimed the life of Admiral Thorensen and many others. Sergeant Major Powell reports that the Ulysses 1 expedition was assisted by an independent miner named Yuri Rudenko. Mining vessel could generate all the replicant crew members we need. But with the pirates now in control of this region, his ship was taken and he was tossed into the Nadezhda prison compound. We're going to get him out.
Okay. There we go.
Specialist Lynn is hacking into the security grid now so that Hector can assist. We need to stay undetected if we're going to pull this off.
Maintaining sensor sweep.
A ship that big is hard to miss.
Mission parameter update. We must recover the MV Katerina carrier ship and her captain, Yuri Rudenko.
Might be easier if we can avoid tripping any alarms.
Katerina is located in Sector 2, but has been rigged with dicobalt explosives to prevent tampering.
Commander, stealth units kept me incognito in this region for a decade. They could come in handy.
Indeed. And they are only useful as long as we do not attack with them. The pirates also have several detection stations in this region that should be avoided. The explosives on Katerina are controlled remotely from an installation in Sector 3. Destroying the alarm facility without being detected would render the explosives inert. After we have recovered his ship, we must free Captain Rudenko.
Do we know what cell Yuri's in?
Yuri is located in one of the cell blocks in Sector 3.
There's gotta be a cell chart in the warden's office.
Most likely. providing we can get close enough to scan it. But it is heavily guarded. Once we have found the captain, we must ferry him back to the Katarina so that he can take control.
So, seems like an easy enough mission. Not really. Actually, yeah, I played this one before once.
Let's get to work.
So at least I have a rough idea of what we need to do for this one. And anyhow, inside this scenario, you get introduced to these stealth units. We don't need them for too much, so I'm actually going to recycle them. The game will tell us a little bit about detector structures. They can uncover stealth units like our scouts right here. They can also cloak up their own units for a short amount of time. So yeah, these scouts are more or less just like invisible fighters, if you will. If you attack with them, they of course show up. All we actually all we really need to do is just we need to find one thing with these two pairs of scouts. So it shouldn't be too bad. These scouts also have an ability which is quite cool. They have a missile. It's currently being blocked, but they have a missile ability. It's actually being blocked right now by Windows notifications. I'm kind of hesitant to click on it, but there we go. So anyhow, they have a EMP missile ability, which is effectively like it's pretty much like a stun. It will do exactly what it says. It'll disable enemy ships, and the good thing about it is that it's on a surprisingly low cooldown, so it's quite spammable. But I mean, at the same time, it's not say terribly helpful. I mean, you have such a minute like cap on your resources. I don't think it'd be wise to spend too much on it. And one thing that I really like about this prison is just simply how it looks. It's just really, really atmospheric and all. The bad thing about it is that the pathfinding through here is kind of iffy at times. Oh, and the other thing is that one thing that I found out while this just sort of playing the game on my own time is the fact that when you use this dash ability, or the sprint ability for your ships, if you will, you can use it practically for an indefinite amount of time, in the sense that the cooldown is one of those that's just so low that every time you use it, it will refresh almost just immediately after when the ability finishes. So it's quite neat like that. The downside is that I think it trades out some of the damage coming from the scouts for that speed boost. So yeah, it's rather just unfortunate that these some of the scouts here really get stuck on like the side walls and stuff here. But as soon as you get them through, they should be fine. There we go. So get them to swing through here, and we'll get them to, oh no, not attack, that would have been bad. Let that one go through the hole here, and that should move to the other sector. It's quite convenient. They've built this, they've built the entirety of the prison here just through, these different wormholes and all. It's kind of cute. It's kind of nice that they all go to very similar locations, so just like that. And the other thing is that right now, one of the things that'll happen, it's a bit of a spoiler, I know, but inside the scenario, you will get detected no matter what, though it's obviously better to get detected later on than say, no, that's not what I wanted to do, than say earlier. So with that said, I think it's actually a scripted event, so that's kind of why I'm building up some forces in the meantime. And that also begs the question, why is it that we can keep our, little army, if you will, just right at the front gate without being, detected at all there? So, there's that. But the thing is that for this thing, what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to come over here, and I'm trying to just swing around all of the sensors and all. And for whatever reason, that is apparently quite a difficult move to do. But in the meantime, we could take a look at just simply how beautiful the game is and all that. And later on, when we go through all of this, we might want to take the chance to just capture these glowing anomaly things just, hovering about here. This is actually a good location to grab some energy. And ooh, this one right here actually gives us more population cap. So we might want to capture that. And just checking on some of these other ones, because this one apparently also gives some resources. That one doesn't seem to do anything like that, which is unfortunate to say the least. But the main thing is that the detectors over here does give one, which is quite nice. Oh, we just had to remove these guys. I was kind of worried that my game froze right there, but that's fine. But yeah, the main thing is that we might want to just go through this area and capture those things. Maybe the game just doesn't like us anchoring onto those objects as we issue the move commands or something along the lines of that. Oh, but the main thing is that they should go through right there. So let's see, there we go. Come on, we need to get these guys to go through this gate here. And for whatever reason, yeah, I would prefer it if it was like the Homeworld 2 type of ordering system where you first designate like a height and then a location, or vice versa, a location then a height, because it just works so much better. Anyhow, this is practically all we need to do for the detection portion, though I'd imagine that it comes into play later on.
Warning. Alarm has been activated. Pirates have called for reinforcements.
Oh, hell. Pirates booby-trapped the command console. It's counting down.
Mission parameter update. Bomb is monitored by security installation. Destruction of installation is required to defuse. Detonation countdown active.
No use sneaking about now.
Let's get this done.
Colonel, this can't be what you signed up for. We still have a job to do.
Let's hurry, people. That was too close.
Mission update. The Katarina has been secured.
Great, now it makes one continuous cutscene instead of two. So yeah,
I'm not comfortable authorizing an attack on a government facility.
It's been under pirate control for over a decade. You're liberating it.
Regardless, let the records show this is on your authority.
Noted, Colonel.
so yeah, that is like quite literally all you had to do for the scouting or for the stealthy portion. So with that said, afterwards I think you're really just supposed to plow through it and to just, you know, fight your way through the entirety of this. So with that said, I guess we'll just bring in the fleet and see what we can do. And the idea is that there are just such a large amount of these buildings lying about. What I want to do here is that I want to get the buildings to do their thing, to heal, or the Corsairs and all to do their you know, wrecking ball duties, if you will, to just destroy things. And the nice thing with it is that, yeah, the rovers will just heal stuff and keep people repaired in the background. I can use that EMP ability to just quickly knock people out. And the thing is that the pirate cut class things also function as rovers in the sense that they can heal things and they can provide benefits just like that. So the thing is that we can just quickly capture our enemy cut classes to just use them as scanners and, you know, ship healers, if you will, there. And as you can see, that one briefly healed something, but now it's gone. And the thing is that I wanted to run through this portion like faster. Unfortunately, last time I tried that, mind you, the missions aren't necessarily easy. And with that said, I actually lost Ulysses, which obviously didn't really do all too much to winning the game and all. So yeah, that's that. And the thing about these abilities is that they're quite chain-offable. At least a few of them. And there we go. Actually, I don't think we have to stay inside this area, so I think I'll get the ship swarm we have to move forwards through the mission here. I was gonna check though, because I noticed some of these station where, you know, turret hardpoints, they gave extra population capacity, and those are the ones that I wanted to get. So hopefully we'll meet some more of those in the journey to come. Let's just get everything to concentrate on that repairs station, pull up that shield, get the rovers to heal the Ulysses because their damage output isn't that much. And we'll just take these guys down. I could try to get the scouts inside Sector 2 to do some other stuff, but honestly I don't think it's worth it. And yeah, I think the USS or the UCS Olympus more or less just handles everything else. That's one thing repaired. That'll be one more. Fire off this ability, which, if I recall, is an overload field, so it just passively damages things there. force field up once again, and I'll just position the Ulysses in a position in which we can fire off one of those EMP blasts if we wanted to, which I think I will. So yeah, just keep the advance going here. Let's grab one of the rovers, get it to identify or do something to that artifact. So let's get this one to scan it. And the thing is that some of the pirates inside this scenario, they have, I think, these things called chargers or something like the sort. I can't remember exactly, but the point being is that they also have that EMP missile thing, so they're quite deadly too, in the sense that they can just neutralize whatever we're putting out. Oh, actually, this is a hangar, so we should probably focus fire on it. And mind you, the rovers, they're not bad, say, against buildings, but they're definitely not the best. Yeah, it'll say it's taking critical damage and all. We're gonna put down this shielding for it, get these guys to heal up the Ulysses, fire off the overload field, and now that we have that capital hangar gotten rid of, that should be much better.
Ulysses 2 is taking heavy damage.
And there we go, so things are starting to go our way. So I think we have this area, for the most part, secured, so I think we'll get our guys to move off. Let's get some more healing. Let's actually bring in the Ulysses 2 here. Stun everything. It seems to do quite a number of damage on the fighters as well, which is quite nice. And there. So yeah, it's I'd say that this is a pretty versatile plan. I'm just trying to get my mic back in the position where it used to be. I had to move it over the weekend. So sorry if I'm too loud or too quiet there. But now it should be fine. Right, so anyhow, we're just smashing our way through here. Let's try to go around the bend. And oh, we lost a rover right there, which is rather unfortunate. Keep up the barriers right here. I'll try to get all of the little items and stuff really around here, but the chances is that we'll probably have to skip one or two of them just out of expediency, with the fact that they're kind of in just difficult places to reach is the thing. There we go. So that'll be one item down, hopefully. Well, let's get this thing to pull back.
Our ships made a new discovery.
There we go. Grab the new item. Get these two things to heal.
We have made a discovery.
And there, one more. Ah, and this is what I was talking about. I'll get one of the probes to go forwards to capture the knowledge and all, but I'm gonna get one more just to. And as you can see, I updated my my rovers here with speed mods and all. And what I wanted to do is that I wanted to capture some of these power grid locations, and the one over here too, just simply to give them the fact that yeah, they increase the amount of replicants or whatever they call the population cap inside this game. Yeah, they give more of that. And with that said, I have a feeling that it'll be like a really critical portion of how we build our setup of things here. And just checking them out, I think we'll just build some miscellaneous turret to protect it. The main thing is that I just wanted to, I just want to claim it as ours, because then it gives that population bonus. I don't think you have to actually say, run away. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't think you actually have to build something on top of it, but I will, just to keep them safer. So as you can see now, I can build some more ships, and I'm going to get a third Corsair out, because they have been just absolutely wonderful in dealing damage and all. So we'll do that. And there, that's going to be another thing down. And would you look at that, our fleet just rolls forwards ever more. So, I think I'm gonna wait for a bit, get that get that third Corsair out, and I think I might as well do another rover as well. but we might as well wait on it. So I think for now we'll just cap out these buildings, and afterwards we'll get the fleet rolling once more. The main thing is that I just want our cooldowns to check back. I want the rovers to get the fleet healed up. And there, would you look at that, we have 3 Corsairs now. Population cap's doing a wonderful thing for us. And I believe in Sector 2, what we can do is that we can bring in the support fleet, of course, once they get to a certain point up there. And I think inside this back corner of the installation, there's a few more structures that give population caps, so I'll try to reach those. Alright, so fleet's ready. We're gonna get them to jump through, and we're gonna get them to take the fight to the enemy there. So there. Yeah, we might as well build another rover in the meantime. And there, we're gonna come through here. I think this detector is just in a position itself. This one occupies one resource spot though. The main thing here is that I'm under the impression that warp portal just passively generates enemies, so we'll try to take that out first, and then afterwards we'll just swing by whenever really, or do whatever really. So there. Yeah, so we'll get rid of the detector here. Boom, so that's one thing. We can get rid of it, and we can also capture it, because we seem to be like practically permanently at the maximum resource amount, so I might as well build a turret real fast, like an artillery turret, just because. So there we go. These guys don't seem to have, or they don't seem to be responding, which is nice. Right, so the turret will just passively be built. It'll protect that area and do its thing. Pretty sure the maximum range of it is just the little circle bit that it occupies, but nevertheless, I think it'll be good. Yeah, I think it'll be a good idea to get rid of those. So that'll be that. I think I see their fleet coming in just right there. And the nice thing about this fleet setup is that it can just, yeah, it's these carnage things that can stun. So I'm going to get our fleet in there early. I'm going to get it to stun everything that they have. Drop this overload field, or whatever they call it. Oh, didn't mean to get them to go all the way over there. Put up a force field on our guys to protect them, of course. And now the buildings melt fast. All we really need here is just like a Patriot or something to manage the other things. And yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about. Those carnages can disable our units, making them quite the bother.
Your unit has temporarily been disabled.
Oh, and that's right. If they have multiple ones, they can do a pretty good job in not necessarily permanently stunning your guys, but they can do an excellent job in just keeping them occupied, which is the thing.
Your unit has temporarily been disabled.
So let's capture this energy post. There we go. We're going to capture. We're going to buy some small turrets on it. Probably won't be constructed in the time there, but we'll see. And yeah, those things are really, really nasty, and just their ability to disable our guys so much. Hopefully we can get this Corsair back and under some reps, but I think we'll have to send the reps to it instead. So we'll do something like that. And there.
Your unit has temporarily been disabled.
And now in the past, what I've done here is that I've always tried to just speed through these defenses and all. But the thing is that I'm contemplating whether or not it's actually worth it to grab the stuff inside the back there, and I'm slightly geared towards actually grabbing that now. So I think we will. So yeah, with that said, let's get our guys to just press through here. I'm gonna build an artillery turret here in the meantime. But the nice thing about this fleet setup is just simply the fact that everything that comes remotely next to our blob here just melts instantaneously, which is really, really nice. It has trouble dealing with these small ships, aka the ones that stun, and the fighters and all. So that's more or less just a downside to it. So it's not a big thing, is the idea behind it there. Right, so these things are more or less gone. I don't think we'll need to grab the turret over here, or the turrets over here. So that, yeah, this won't be a full map clear. But there we go, we'll get rid of that one thing. Check some of the structures over here for anything. And, oh, actually, once we break through that area, I don't think there's too many things that we had to clear out. So I think we'll get our fleet to sit still for the meantime, just to do some slight repairs and just to get some of the abilities back online. So do a quick check of those. I'm more or less just worried about the Ulysses stunning ability. It seems to be usable right now, so that's good. Get these two things to make their discoveries, get them to bank in here, and do whatever they need to do, really. And afterwards, that'll be that. Oh, they're taking some damage from 2 mana wars. Yeah, and I'll show you guys the stun missiles here, so we can disable these things. And that's what the scouts can do. They can also, I believe, do like, yeah, a small amount of damage to medium-sized targets and all. But I mean, the vast majority of the combat power had to come from back there. Let's get these guys to cap these things. Come on. This one cap that cap that. There we go.
Your unit has temporarily been disabled.
So yeah, that's what they will do in the meantime. And ooh, they seem to be sending up quite a large fleet. Let's try to use some of our abilities. I'm gonna lower their armor here because that one we have 3 of that type of ability as opposed to 2 of the other ones. So there's that. I want to use that stun again, but I'm not sure if they're in range. Yeah, and I can't really shuffle the Ulysses around any better, which kind of sucks. Yeah, but I wanted to avoid losing the Corsair. I mean, of course, at the current rate, we can build them back at a very, very fast pace, so it's not too big of an issue. But hey, you know what? Better, best to keep it alive rather than dead.
Ulysses 2 is taking heavy damage. Your unit has temporarily been disabled.
And what we can do once more is just stun the living crap out of that thing. Just like that.
Patriot constructed.
Where are our rovers is what I'm wondering. They should be healing the vast majority of things inside this area. Let's actually get the scouts over here to do some damage onto that medium target, because that's what they should be good at doing. Yeah, do an excellent job pushing those guys back. Alright, so there we go. It looks like the mana wars over here just keep on respawning, and I'm guessing it's just going to be a swarm through that gate, so I think we'll just ignore those targets. I mean, they're not critical in the least. You know what? Actually, I think we will just go upwards, take that thing out, and that'll just be the end of the discussion, really, against the thing. So yeah, I think what we'll do is I will stun the mana wars for now. We'll pull back the scouts because they're taking quite a lot of damage, and of course I would prefer it if they didn't. Warp water is gone, these things should not spawn anymore. And there we go, first mana war is down. And ooh, would you look at that. Quite the nice explosion. And would you look at that, second one's gone as well. So there, let's get these guys healed up now, and yeah, I think I already checked once before, but there doesn't seem to be any more of those things spawning buildings. So with that kept in mind, you know what, we're gonna get the entire fleet to just make a drive through that wormhole and to the next sector, really.
Your unit has temporarily.
So yeah, we'll try to do that. And they have a few more of those stunning ones around, which are quite annoying. But with the Patriot now here and all, that should definitely help out in dealing with those guys. The thing is that we want to keep our unit pacing the same. We don't want them where I would prefer it if they didn't split up. So hopefully the Ulysses 2 here breaks out of its stun duration here soon enough. And there we go. I could use a dash on it, but that's, say, slightly more risky than what I would like it to do. And the thing is that I need it here to fend off all of the other stuff here. So, uh-oh, that force field is not going to be enough to keep the thing alive. Let's see. And these two things should be going through, so there we go. We got one ship through the wormhole. And Ulysses will just gradually go through, I guess. Yeah, so there we go, it's moving. I think I'll turbo it just because. And I think we'll need some damage on the field right here, so we'll do something like that. Ulysses arrives, put down its 2 abilities, and I can show you guys the capturing ability now. So right, the Ulysses can switch things to our side like it just did right there. Captured a man of war. And that ability has quite the long cooldown, so I'm probably not going to be, probably not going to use that for a lot of things. But the main thing with the Ulysses is just so helpful with its force field, with the force fields and all. And there we go, so that should keep the fleet alive. Put down some of these EMP missiles. Ooh, that didn't sound good. And there, I think the swarm of crap coming at us is starting to whittle out, so at least that's good. And oh, never mind. These ships need to come to a full stop, get rid of the stuff over here. And it's just more or less the stuff coming from those stuns is the thing. The stuns are really ripping up our fleet here. Capitals are safe though, so that's good. In that case, I think I'll build a Carnage.
Your unit has temporarily been disabled.
Where are these guys coming from is the thing. Ah, I see. They have a capital hangar up there, which is just streaming troops. Right, so inside that case, we might as well try to pick off these, say, medium targets first. There we go. Now that we have a Patriot, that should help out. I think I'll get them to focus on those medium targets between anything else. And because our guys are taking a lot of damage right now, I'm gonna build a few turrets here just to kind of solidify our position, because I don't think we can move forwards any other way. So let's capture some of these stations, and I'm gonna build a few turrets on them that way. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this will be more so of like a tug-of-war type of thing. I'm gonna build a few stations, some turret guns to deal with the stuff coming at us, and afterwards I hope that will be fine. I'm gonna see whether or not we can perhaps keep our fleet alive here through healing abilities and all, so that in a short amount of time we might be able to make, like, say, some sort of an offensive move when all of the crap over here starts to thin out. So there we go, the turrets are starting to help out. And yeah, this turret right here will definitely do some damage to the reinforcements coming through here, and I'll get an artillery gun to handle the rest. Oh. Yeah, it looks like they're starting to disable my buildings now. That isn't as bad.
Station lost.
Gotta get rid of that spawning hangar, though. What do they have up here? They have small turrets, so I think that I can probably get the Corsairs to deal with the
Rover lost.
thing in the meantime. Gonna get those guys to keep up shielding. And all these two things have to do is just break through here. Really max up damage. I'm gonna use one of these abilities once again, because this is kind of a crucial phase. And, oh, what did the launcher? Launching sharks, apparently. Those are gonna do quite a bit of damage. And, well, at least there we go. We managed to survive the first wave of stuff. So I think we'll get the rest of the fleet to reinforce our Corsairs here. There we go. They managed to pick off the important thing, and I'm happy to trade one Corsair for it. But, of course, the best case scenario would be if we didn't lose anything. So I guess we'll make a slight trade-off like that. And oh, would you look at that? These carnages come from the small support hangar dock as well. So that'll have to go too. And would you look at that too? A man-o-war came through the back there. So I guess we'll just pop up here, get rid of that support thing. And there, that should pretty much neuter the area. So that'll be quite nice. And I think what I'll do here is that I'll just get our skies here to do a quick round of healing stuff before moving forwards, and afterwards, yeah, all we really need to do is just to push through this last bit, and it should be home free. So that'll be that, and get these guys in closer. And we'll just see what else awaits us right here. And I think we'll just, yeah, we'll time it so that we go right after these man-o-wars do their thing. And just look at that healing rally, it's just, it's definitely something. Can it match, though? No, it can't match the destructive powers of those man-o-wars, though.
Station lost.
But there we go. Would you look at that building melt, though? Those turrets are just... they are quite literally melting under the damage now, so that is definitely a nice sign that this building-orientated plan does, it does work out quite nicely. At least in that portion. So there we go, we're entering this area. I'm gonna put up a new shield. These guys yeah, they need to focus on the buildings for now. I'm gonna put down another force field just so that the first one doesn't break. Should have timed that better, but oh well. Because we really need that thing dead. Right, so now that that thing is dead, let's get the Ulysses 2 to just sweep through here. Close that as it can, fire off that stun, which didn't do too much. I guess it just wasn't in the radius, but then again, it's kind of hard to move these ships upwards. So that's that. What else can we do?
Target unacceptable.
Put a shield down, perhaps, on a few of the guys. Let's get the rovers to heal who's being targeted. And there we go. Right, so that breaks us through. And the next part, I think, will just be scanning things. So, yeah, now they've introduced some of these scannable objects. I'm just waiting for enemies to appear inside the circle, but I guess there really are none. Or maybe none for now. So, with that said, we probably should scan all three of these things. So get the thing, yeah, so I'll get them to do that. I see another one of these portals, so we might as well take it down. And, hey.
Location, cell 68D.
Move to extract. I want Dr. Nagata standing by in case Captain Yuri needs medical attention.
Those are some pretty big storage compartments.
Captain Yuri.
Copy that. Move extraction team in.
Oh, so...
68 Delta. Coordinates locked. Dr. Burke, what makes you
Yeah,
think
wow,
Yuri
these are some big storage containers. Let's see, what is this? Carryable objects, so
I have
yeah.
authority to offer whatever he needs.
Yeah, you can carry things with the rovers inside the game, but man, if you look at one of those cells, they are like quite literally the size of one of these capital ships. So yeah, that says something. But I mean, either way, I think we just have to go all the way back now, and luckily we have turrets to more or less protect our way back. Not really, but we
I
know,
have Yuri in custody.
yeah.
Mission parameter up.
But we have a fleet which can do it though.
Captain Yuri to MD Katarina.
So right, transport it over there.
Dr. Burke, Captain Yuri wants to go back and retrieve some personal belongings. Seems pretty agitated about it.
Secondary objective. Retrieve Captain Yuri's belongings from impound warehouse.
I think we'll just go back immediately. Or actually, no, that's not too bad.
Station lost.
Because I would prefer it if I made this, so yeah, actually I can probably check right now. Yeah, this is a 40-minute video. So, I think we'll make a cut here. And then when we get back, we'll just do the other half.